Top 10 Historical Manhwa to Read. Hey there, are you looking for completed manhwa with historical setting? Well, you're in luck because today, I'm going to share some amazing manhwa recommendations that you must read if you haven't already. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. The Princesses Spaceship. Suna Kim, the first lieutenant of the Space Alliance Defense Force, travels dimensionally to a fantasy world called Rofan. After she dies and reincarnates as the daughter of Duke Langtree, who was cursed and killed. The thrifty lady sets out to find her spaceship, which has crash-landed in an unknown and bleak fantasy environment. With its strong female protagonist and engaging plot twists, this historical manhwa is a must-read for anyone looking for a captivating story with a touch of empowerment. Number 9. I'll Marry Him. This manhwa follows a story about Lillian, an illegitimate daughter, and the sleepless emperor who is cursed by a witch. Lillian replaces her sister and enter arranged marriage with the emperor. Because Lillian have the ability to put someone into sleep, she must help the emperor each night to sleep with her ability. Overall, the plot is good. The story is pretty funny and all the characters are well developed. The art style isn't bad at all, and the female lead is not a pushover. Number 8. Empress Lena has only one goal, since being transported into the world of a novel she read, stay on the emperor's good side, and escape being imprisoned. She decided to marry him and become his imperial consort, in exchange for a pampered life of luxury, but she is determined not to make the same mistakes as her antagonistic story character. Overall, the art is good and the story is interesting. But the romance development is a bit slow-paced. Number 7. The Destroyer fell in love with me. After finally paying off all of her student loans, to celebrate, she treats herself with beers and fried chicken while reading her favorite novel. But when she wakes up, she found that she woke up as Amelia Diane, an extra from the novel she used to read. The worst part is, her family is in debt that takes one's whole life to pay off. Not only that, but, after getting drunk, she ended up having one-night experience with the male lead. This is a good manhwa, no unnecessary drama, and the story is fun to read. And also the relationships between her and the male lead is pretty hilarious and cute. Number 6. I'm the Soldier's Ex-Girlfriend. The story is about Macy, a girl who gets transported into a fantasy harem novel as the first female love interest of the protagonist. She breaks up with the novel's protagonist and eventually starts dating a man who is actually the devil, but she doesn't know. Overall, this manhwa is great, it has a cute moment, but the story gets boring really fast. And also we have a psycho ML here. Number 5. A Tender Heart. The story of how I became a duke's maid. Leandro was cursed at a young age, outcast by his family, and rejected by the only people he ever loved. As a novel's supporting character, he is bound to a life of pain and loneliness, that is, until a sympathetic reader is suddenly transported into this fictional world as his maid, desperate to alter his fate. Can Evelina finally free Leandro from his dreadful fate and help him discover true love? Overall, the art is good. Even though it's full of clichés, but for me because of the sweet moment, I don't really mind the clichés. Still, it's good manhwa if you're looking for a chill read. Number 4. As You Wish, Prince. This manhwa tells a story about Yoon-soo, a well-known author of a fantasy novel. One day, she was kidnapped by Prince Einzen Kite, a villain character she created into the world of her own story. Because of her, Prince Einzen live a miserable life as villain, so because of Prince Einzen's request to make changes of his life, she decided to help. Overall, this was a really good read, and it's definitely unique to itself and doesn't follow most clichés transmigration stories do. Also, the art is amazing and the side characters are very likable. Number 3. 50 Tea Recipes from the Duchess. This story is about a girl named Haejong Park. After sending her resignation letter, she came home and fell asleep due to overtiredness. But who would have thought, she woke up as Duchess Chloe Battenberg. With her new life in fantasy world, this time, she is determined to change herself like never before. Personally, I like this manhwa. The art is great and the character's development is amazing. If you're looking for calm story and no crazy events, then this story is worth checking out. Number 2. Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. Dr. Song, the youngest professor at Korea's leading college of medicine, was once a royal brat of a princess. But just as she's going to drown in the sea, she resurfaces as Princess Elise again. This time, she decides to change and shares her advanced knowledge of medical conditions, cures, and surgeries. Overall, the art is pretty amazing and the characters is beautiful. Also, the plot is pretty amazing with mixture of medical and historical. Number 1. The reason why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. The story follows a young girl named Park Yunha. While waiting for the call for college admission, someone pushed her from the top of the building. However, when she wakes up, she finds that she woke up as Raeliana in a fantasy novel she used to read. The problem is Raeliana's destiny to die young, getting poisoned by her fiancé. So to avoid that, she decided to cancel the engagement and enter a contract marriage with Duke Noah the Milliliter. If you're looking for a good isekai romance comedy with amazing art, then I highly recommend you read this manhwa. And there you have it, those were my manhwa recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more recommendations.